Okay guys, so in this video let's talk about some more reactions of acyl chlorides. Now the reaction of acyl chlorides with phenol and alcohols. Okay guys, so let's get started. Acyl chlorides, first an important fact to remember that acyl chloride they react with phenol and alcohols to produce esters. Okay, so this is basically a general fact that you guys need to remember, that whether acyl chloride reacts with a phenol or with an alcohol, any alcohol, it will always produce ester as a product. Okay, and then another important fact to remember for examination point of view, phenols cannot directly react with carboxylic acids. Uh, Phenols do not directly react with carboxylic acids, so carboxylic acids they need to be converted to acyl chlorides. As acyl chlorides, as we know, are derivatives of carboxylic acids. Before the reaction with phenol can proceed. Okay guys, so this is an important fact again, that no direct reaction of phenol with carboxylic acids is possible. If we need to react phenol with carboxylic acid, we must first convert the carboxylic acid to acyl chlorides. Okay guys, so now let's look at a few examples. If we react acyl chlorides with an alcohol, ethanol over here, we'll get an ester, ethyl ethanoate plus HCl as a byproduct. Now, how does this happen? Basically, this is a condensation reaction. And a condensation reaction is any reaction in which two smaller molecules combine to form a larger molecule by the elimination of a simple molecule. Okay, so HCl is a simple molecule, the ester is a larger molecule, and the two reactants are the smaller molecules. The chlorine atom of the acyl chloride and the hydrogen atom of the alcohol, they both combine and form hydrogen chloride, HCl. Since the hydrogen and chlorine atoms are removed, a bond forms in between this carbon double bonded oxygen and the oxygen atom of the ethanol. As a result, a product is formed. So this was basically quite simple. Now let's look at another example. If we react an acyl chloride with phenol, we know that phenols only react with acyl chlorides and do not react with carboxylic acid. Again, chlorine atom of the acyl chloride and the hydrogen atom of the phenol both combine, forming HCl, and are removed. As a result, we get our final product, again an ester, CH3, C double bonded oxygen. Okay, the product, this is the structure from the acyl chloride side, and then this carbon double bonded oxygen gets bonded with the oxygen atom of the phenol, and then this oxygen has a benzene ring attached to it. This is our product, main product, and HCl is given out as a byproduct. Alright guys, so this was a reaction. This is quite simple. A condensation reaction occurs when phenol or ethanol or any alcohol reacts with acyl chlorides directly. Alright, now let's look at a few more examples, some more reactions actually. Now in this reaction with ammonia, okay, reaction with ammonia forms amide. Amide is any structure or any compound that contains an amide linkage, carbon double bonded oxygen directly attached to the nitrogen with a hydrogen. Okay, so this is basically this entire dotted blue part represents the amide linkage over here. We have our acyl chloride over here. This time we have an acyl chloride with the benzene ring, the benzoyl chloride reacting with ammonia. Ammonia, now the hydrogen of ammonia and the chlorine atom of the acyl chloride, they both combine forming HCl. Again, a condensation reaction occurs, and this time an amide linkage is formed and carbon double bonded oxygen with a nitrogen and a hydrogen directly attached. So the remaining structure remains the same. Only the hydrogen and chlorine are removed, and the two of the reactants they combine forming our product. Okay, this carbon nitrogen bond over here, is known as the peptide bond, and this is the bond which is present in proteins, the biopolymer protein. Okay, and the dotted part represents the amide linkage. The carbon double bonded oxygen will attach to a nitrogen and a hydrogen. Now, this HCl which is produced over here, this is acidic, and ammonia that we use as a reactant is basic. So this HCl will react with excess ammonia, forming our ammonium chloride salt. Okay, so alkaline ammonia, it reacts with acidic HCl, forming ammonium chloride salt. Now let's look at a reaction of acyl chlorides with primary amine. So when acyl chlorides they react with primary amines, okay, primary amine is an amine that contains a carbon atom directly bonded to the nitrogen of the amine group. Okay, now the carbon atom is directly attached to the nitrogen atom. Again, it contains two hydrogen atoms, so one of the hydrogen atoms will combine with the chlorine atom of the amide, forming HCl molecule, and the carbon nitrogen peptide bond forms. And this again uh, an amide is formed. This is our secondary amide because the nitrogen atom over here is directly attached to two carbon atoms, and HCl is given as a byproduct. Now let's look at our last reaction of acyl chlorides, that is basically the reaction with secondary amine. Secondary amine is basically an amine that contains two carbon atoms directly bonded to nitrogen atom. It has one hydrogen atom, so the only hydrogen atom that it has combines with the chlorine atom of the acyl chloride, forming HCl, which is eliminated, and the carbon double bonded oxygen combines with the nitrogen of the amine, forming a peptide bond. And again we have our amide. This time we have a tertiary amide. Tertiary because the nitrogen atom is directly bonded to three carbon atoms. One is the carbon of the carbonyl group, and then the other two are from the methyl groups, and HCl is given as a byproduct. Okay guys, so thank you so much. Meet you in the next video on with reactions of carboxylic acids, and those reactions are very important, so do prepare them very nicely and must watch the next video.